Palmer, and for this 48, I've come to Poland, Eastern Europe, to discover 3 unique cities in one. It's called a Tri-City, or as the Poles call it, the True Miasto. Home to over 1 million people, Gdansk, Sopot and Gdynia have become model new European cities since the end of communism in 1991. On this 48, we meet one of the businessmen getting the Polish economy back on the rails.
There's no technique.
We join the Catholic pilgrims trekking 500 kilometers for their love of God.
My studies are so hard, and I think maybe God can help me.
And we're invited to a sacred ceremony on a special night out. We're starting in the city of Gdansk. With a 1,000-year history, it's the oldest of the 3 and the historical heart of the True Miasto. Oh no, I'm only going to forgive you 2 because you're a couple.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, our beautiful city.
Gata, how are you talking you into this?
The stupid idea, sorry.
Idea for romantic trip.
This romantic quayside is a remnant of their 16th century golden age as one of Europe's busiest ports.
This is the long street, called in Polish Długa Street. It's the most beautiful place in the old town in Gdansk.
Yeah, it's the symbol of Gdansk.
And it had been taken over by the annual celebration of commerce and their most famous residents. Nice to meet you. How do you do?
The guy with the mustache is Lech Wałęsa.
The most famous Gdansk citizen, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the guy who basically broke down communism.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. It's our hero.
Yeah.
Who's waving up there?
Yeah, it's something like mayor of Gdansk over there.
Today I opened the traditional Dominic Fair, very old tradition from 13th century.
Yeah. And rejoice they might, Gdansk is wealthy, and Poland an Eastern European economy that survived the recession. But the celebrations belie a turbulent history. It was Hitler's invasion of Gdansk that triggered World War II. It became a hub of Nazi war production, and the liberation was brutal as the Soviets took revenge on what they considered to be a German city. But this is all rebuilt, right?
You're right. You have to imagine that it was all damaged by the Soviets in '45 after the Second World War. So it was quite a field.
Yeah, can you imagine the demolition of the city was 90%, 90. It was totally damaged. Yeah, yeah.
Among the 50-year-old buildings, hundreds of thousands of Poles flocked to the festival's vast street market.
It's my favorite part because it's actually the heart of the fair. And the fair used to look like this.
The fair was tolerated by the communists. There just wasn't much to sell.
People selling things that they have at home.
Just knickknacks.
And do you think there is stuff here that I can buy authentic? I mean, like, is this an authentic vacuum cleaner?
Hard to say. I'm not really a cleaner fan.
What are you looking for?
That's something to eat, maybe.
Now, amber is your gold, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
gold of Baltic Sea. Agata
It's
likes
the
it.
symbol of Gdansk. No, it's more for older women, I would say. It is believed that it preserves youth, beauty and health.
Most precious one are with the insects inside. Here it is. The small flying.
See that?
Yeah, it's cool.
So you like this?
Yes, with the flies, yes.
She's got expensive taste.
Oh yes,
What do you
for sure,
think?
like a...
Yeah.
We left the warm sun and romance of the busy market for the cool of an abandoned building in the Gdansk shipyard. And a meeting with one of Poland's top artists. When you show me it on here, I really see the beauty.
Nie będę komentował.
No comment.
Mikhail's on a mission to document the buildings and people of an industry coming back from the dead. In Soviet times, 20,000 people built 36 ships a year. Now they're coming back from making just 3 a year.
It looks like a skyscraper.
This looks like a small ship. Here there are ships built for scientific purposes, for oil extraction purposes. Specialization is the key for survival because very big, massive ships are now being built in China.
And new investment will allow them to build wind turbines.
This part of the shipyard would be transformed into a new district.
But it's too late for most of the vast shipyard, cleared for development but now stranded by a global slump.
Ladies first.
It's like somewhere Batman would live.
Podzielona I gotowa w zasadzie pod loft.
This hole has no future because you cannot really build apartments inside of it. It's just one big empty space, so it for sure will be knocked down. Last winter, this place was still full of workers and full of work, so this is the Christmas tree left after that.
Herman's gonna miss this place, isn't he? The yard's demise is a cruel irony for the workers who founded the Solidarity trade union movement in 1980, demanding better conditions. Solidarity became a focus for mass civil disobedience, leading to elections in 1989, the end of communism, and former shipyard electrician Lech Wałęsa as Poland's president.
Jeżeli ona się pyta mnie o solidarność, to dla mnie jest ważne.
We talk about solidarity. What Michał finds most important for him and most interesting are the people who are forgotten heroes of that times. For example, the picture that we see now is this man was one of the 3 persons who literally started the strike in 1980. He still works in the shipyard side, and his life didn't change.
There's so much dignity in everybody's face.
He asked his models to look in the way that they would like to be seen.
What a tattoo.
What are you really trying to say to the audience, to the viewers who see these pictures?
Tak jakby dla nich w ogóle upadek komunizmu.
The fall of the communism means also decrease in the shipyard industry. Their personal experience about the transition is rather bad and difficult.
While Solidarity defeated communism, building ships here still involves hard physical labor and very long hours.
But do they find dignity in their jobs? Are they proud of their job?
Dlaczego?
Jak to wygląda? Stoczni całe życie?
The whole life and being in a shipyard?
Dlaczego nie?
Jak idę na imprezę, to się nawstydzę, co mam dziewczynie powiedzieć.
No, they
Co, w stoczni pracujesz?
yeah, when they go to a party, it's like, I'm too shy to say I'm from shipyard.
Bye bye! Bye bye!
With such a traumatic recent past, many Poles find solace in an earlier era of Polish history. On a normal day, these are Poland's dentists, accountants, and marketing executives. But on weekends and holidays, around 30,000 of them choose to be historically accurate.
And you're wearing a linen, isn't it?
This is a linen, this is wool, all materials are natural.
Oh, look at your boots.
Yes. Handmade reconstruction of 15th century boot. The hat is also reconstruction.
Yeah. You really take this seriously, don't you?
Yes.
So you're not wearing like Chinese underpants or anything, are you?
So, sometimes it happens.
Trainee Knight Peter is one of 50 in the Von Ra Brotherhood. Commanded by Maciek, an industrial inspector, on weekdays.
They are quite well protected. Of course, contusions can occur.
And leader of men. Fresh from the 12th century crusade in Palestine, the Teutonic Knights took over much of Eastern Europe and Poland in the name of the Vatican.
I'm not leaving this place until I see some serious injuries.
I would like to be a knight. To impress my girlfriend.
He knew he was dreaming. But we were going to see a knighting once we had the appropriate clothes.
Sami doświadczyliśmy wiele Ciebie dobrego.
Peter was inducted into the order by swearing to a code, emphasizing mutual assistance and respect for others.
Ja, Maciej von Rhein, Ciebie niniejszym pasuję na rycerza.
He's waited 10 years for this moment.
You didn't expect it. This is a secret, wasn't it?
Yes.
So how is this going to change your life now, being a knight?
Będę na pewno także wymagał od siebie więcej w tym, co...
He says he will be more demanding towards himself.
What does it bring to your modern life?
It helps with self-confidence. You are not a grey little man, but someone unusual.
I saw you cry.
It was so moving because it was a lot of work. Everybody's work.
And what else could mark the occasion but a spit-roasted wild boar?
Thank
you so
cheers.
much. This is great. Agata?
And Victoria.
Day 2 and Yendre had dragged us out of bed early for an important service.
The plan is to observe the departure of the pilgrimage. It's a very special moment because almost 1,000 people would head to the town of Częstochowa in South Poland, which is 500 kilometers from here.
That's over 2 weeks walking to the Black Madonna. It's a journey made by tens of thousands from across this 95% Catholic country. And we'd be joining them, for a while at least.
Yeah, he's going the whole way. What? Yeah, to the end. He's doing this every year. For how many years? Yeah. 10 years when he was healthy, and then 13 years after the accident. Yeah.
And Michael, you're doing a great job. Tell me why it's important for you to do it. What does it give you?
I'm going because my studies are so hard, and I think maybe God can help me in some way.
Marta was one of many young pilgrims, but there are thousands less now than under communism, when the church was helping the opposition.
What does he find that young people want from the church today?
Myślę, że oczekują miłości. To jest najważniejsze. They expect love. They really want to be honest with them. Those are very important things like love, honesty and understanding.
Sounds good.
The tradition is that people greeting and waving all the time through the whole way. And drivers also do this, so it's so nice, it's motivating somehow.
To powiedz im, żeby my idziemy jako ostatni, że oni muszą iść wszyscy do przodu.
Here we go. I think that means go faster.
And after 3 hours on the road, well, my feet were beginning to complain.
I'm tired!
The first rest stop offered a chance to get some advice.
So what are the survival techniques?
Czasami bywa ciężko, odciski są na...
There are special doctors here who help them, especially when they have some injuries here with the shoes. So they help them.
And where will they sleep?
Gdzie śpicie?
Śpimy różnie, w szkołach.
They live in schools or in houses of people who have very hospitality here in Poland, or in villages and places where animals also live sometimes.
But there was no such hospitality for the priest who attempted to convert a nation of pagans in 997.
So this chapel is memorizing the mission of San Wojciech. He landed here, baptized Gdansk, and started his mission in the country of the pagan tribes of Prussians.
So at that time everybody was just believing in
Trees, saint valleys, spirits of ascensors. He was preaching in a holy valley of the pagans. So after a couple of days of his mission, they killed him. His mission was a total failure because his country stayed pagan and they killed him. And
wow.
So we are no longer barbarians, don't worry.
Back on the road, some very civilized young men had some very bad news.
How many have we done now? How many kilometers have we done so far?
10, 12, 11.
Oh, you're joking.
If you're exhausted, you can ask God for some help.
And so it came to pass that the pilgrims did help us continue on our journey. And we did bid them farewell.
Have fun!
Bye.
With love and thanks.
Have a nice day!
We switched from a journey with a spiritual end to one leading us towards economic nirvana.
Come on! Put some muscle into it!
Out of Poland's abandoned railways, this train enthusiast has founded a successful leisure business.
Tom, what's the technique?
So what's the technique? There's no technique.
Tom, this is your hobby and your business.
To jest i hobby, i biznes.
Yes, that's both of it.
Whereabouts did the idea come from for your business?
Marzenia z dzieciństwa. Chciałem mieć...
Being a small boy, he wished to have a big steam train, but he couldn't afford it, so he bought this kind of hand gun.
Poles seeking a weekend in the country hire his specially designed carts. It's an ingenious use of a rail system that's seen a 50% drop in use since the end of communism.
So the dog is defending the last station.
Okay, so here used to be a station, yeah?
Lapino.
Łapino.
Łapino. So when do you think this would have closed up, the station?
1994.
So not very long ago.
Mijamy właśnie stację Łapino, która kiedyś...
Station which used to be very busy, and it had like 3 tracks and trains going both directions. Now it's only forest.
This railway is about 120 years old. It's very useful for transport because you can skip the main city, Gdansk. It used to be very useful. Now it's like, you know, old-fashioned or something.
But forget the train spotting, Tom's really in the business of facilitating silliness.
This has been brilliant fun, am I right? Has this been brilliant fun? They're saying that the economy here in Poland is improving and doing better because people like you, entrepreneurs, Polish entrepreneurs, are driving the economy.
To jest mała ekonomia, to jest malutki biznes.
He doesn't think he deserves any medal. It's just his small business and fun.
Yes, I know, but you know, you had the fall of communism, you've had terrible economic times, and you guys are doing better now.
Tak jest, i dlatego teraz jeździmy drezynami.
That's why we're now handcarting. The trains are still somewhere in the future.
Modesty or the black humour of the Slavs? Probably both. But we thought he deserved some recognition.
Bravo! Bravo! Maestro, maestro!
We left the countryside for the extremely urban, one of the world's biggest housing blocks.
This is a Falowiec block, built in the 70s, of almost 1 kilometer of land and almost 6,000 people living here.
So this is a communist block, typical
Exactly.
sort of communist block.
It looks quite ugly, in my opinion.
It has its beauty if you like weird things, if you look for science fiction styled, you know, landscapes.
I'm not from Star Trek or something.
We'd come to meet a singer who's inspired by his work here.
Dzień dobry.
Selling connections to the internet.
Sometimes dogs are in, so it's dangerous. Proszę pani, internet był za darmo. No i pani miała drugi. Nie. She's preparing for death.
What?
Well, she's got problem with health.
She told you she's preparing.
Yes.
She has more serious things in her mind than the new internet.
Yes, a lot of people has very serious things, with problems with this society, with Poland, you know, with government, and they tell me these things.
Poland's economy is expanding. Global recession merely dented their growth. But Bartek sings about those left behind.
And why didn't you go to, say, the UK and work?
Because I have to write about Polish people, not about English.
One of the subjects of his ire is another part of Tri-City, the Polish holiday hotspot, Sopot.
The people who are living here, they are sometimes very poor and they don't have money to pay for the flats, for the apartments.
Do you guys feel that way at all?
A place to live here, it will be wonderful, but it's so expensive.
Or is it losing its Polish tradition, do you think?
Yes, yes.
Local restaurant owners, they are blackmailed to move out from the city. Only people with big money, they are building new clubs, Western-made.
So now we have to look like, I don't know, like from fashion magazine. There's a big guy at the door who is not letting you in.
Ultimately, it's Sopot's famously sandy beaches that draw to town the kind of people that upset Bartek.
Musisz dzisiaj być na topie? Załóż sygnet, głupi chłopie. Załóż łańcuch jak u krowy. Kup Rolexa, kolczyk nowy. I pakowałeś całe lata, żarłeś metkę, lałeś brata, a to wszystko łysapało, żeby laski dobrze rwało. Pokemon, jedzą go fruftony, Pokemon. Krótko strzyżony i riam pam pam, riam pam pam.
Very good!
It's better than Bob Dylan.
For my final evening, Jędrzej took us away from all that commercialism to Gdansk for an evening on a secluded beach.
This is your typical night out?
For me, it's much better than just go to the pub.
No combustion gases. It's beautiful.
All we had to do was build a fire. But while they said they'd done this before, I wasn't so sure. Luckily, some adults arrived to help us with the difficult bit.
Well, this is the end of our 48 in Miasto, and I think I can finally say it right.
This time it was just perfect.
Agata, thank you for being a beautiful maiden.
Thank you, Amanda, it was just great.
Mr. Romance over there, you're loving this, no doubt?
Yeah, of course. I'm making a song about our program.
Oh my goodness.
And in case you're wondering, after 16 days of walking, Marta and the Pilgrims did finally get their moment with the Black Madonna.
By nie zginął polski naród.